the match weekend in the Premier League, La Liga, the Spanish La Liga, French Liga, the Italian Serie A, and of course the German Bundesliga. I know that for a lot of football fans that are talking about Borussia Dortmund struggling these days, and of course they have to try to get past the big tests of this weekend when they face their opponents. We know that is for sure. We might just be getting a new and much more interesting outcome in the German Bundesliga this season, as we know that a lot of other clubs have woken up from their slumber, and as much as that is, it's good for football fans, innit? It is good for football fans, as we know that every weekend you never can tell what's going to be the outcome of the match weekend. So on this note, I welcome you to the show Sports Trip on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This wonderful Saturday afternoon. It's the first weekend edition of the month of November. So you see now, they're getting close to Christmas period, all right? But it is, we have to enjoy this one that is this Saturday. It's the second day of November, and we are right here on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. My name is Dare Johnson. I'm not alone in the studio. Olujimi Dare-Ogun is here. Jimmy, welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Yeah, feels great to be here another time again to have fun together while talking sports.
All right, we'll start with racetrack.
Okay.
Because after which we'll talk traffic updates. It's the Brazilian Grand Prix.
So we are going from Interlagos to Lagos.
Exactly. See, I know it's a bit right. I want your vector divider. So, Interlagos.
Mm-hmm.
The sprint race qualifying concluded already, and McLaren did a double and with Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris finishing in the qualifying. That means that they're starting in front in the sprint race, but as it is, it can only reduce the gap.
Mm-hmm.
It does not define the entire Formula One weekend.
True.
Because after the sprint race, you still have to do
the race proper. Yeah.
Do you see any gap? You know, and did you see McLaren catching up for the drivers' championship?
See,
catching up with Max Verstappen.
I honestly think that this weekend for Red Bull is going to be a disappointing weekend. Why? Because even before the race proper, Max Verstappen is already on 5 grid behind every other one for penalty. That was because he had like an internal combustion exchange that's to his engine, and you know, making excessive changes like that into your cars will definitely lead to all of this. So basically, we just wait and see what happens at the end of the day.
Welcome back to the show. Well, we were talking about the
Max Verstappen basically, and what this means is that even before the race for proper is on like a 5th position, that is depending on where he finishes in the race proper, the qualifying proper. Let's assume he finishes first, that means he'll be starting from 5th. He finishes 5th in the qualifying, he'll be starting from 10th. That is the problem at the moment with Max Verstappen. For the sprint event, so it may be very open because it's Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. So when it's very open, all he needs to do is to probably pray that someone like Lando Norris does not get to finish as the best driver in the sprint race and get like 10 or 10 points now. And that will actually reduce the point from 47 to 27. Go to the race proper, which is now 37, then get to win it 25 points. Maybe he didn't finish on the podium, maybe another 15 points being deducted again. So what it means is that we may likely be going into the last 3 races of the season with just 12 points, 17 points between the 2 drivers, depending on what the outcome of today's event is. So I think Red Bull should forget about anything today. Even this weekend, Interlagos has never been their best strength. Mercedes are also coming up into this. Particularly with Lewis Hamilton trying to honor Ayrton Senna and all of that. So it's a full full event this weekend for all companies. McLaren is also there as well. Always want to celebrate their legend in Ayrton Senna. Lewis Hamilton want to celebrate his legend in Ayrton Senna. In Mercedes as well also want to do the same. In all of this as well, there's also the story of Ferrari. Charles Leclerc is doing something fantastic. Just 10 points between themselves 2 seasons ago, 2 weeks ago. Now they are second on the championship title. So it means even in the constructors championship, So the constructors championship. No, constructors now.
Okay, constructors.
Red Bull is not even in the top 2. Driver, they are gradually losing their grip. At the end of the day, today may just make everything very open. So Max Verstappen should forget it. Maybe he can be the clog in the wheel to an extent, but winning the race, no.
Winning the race, no. We'll see how it goes at the end of the main race. Come up tomorrow, 3rd of November, 2024. Remember, it's also this month of November that the season of Formula One will come to an end for the 2024 year. All right. Also, it's not the only sport that will be coming to an end for the calendar year in November. We have tennis also, but we'll come back to tennis from Interlagos to Lagos, Nigeria. Traffic update at this moment. All right, we'll talk about traffic update from the flash update. Eleko Junction. Now, all right, the fallen articulated vehicle at Eleko Junction is about to be evacuated from the road. Personnel on ground, fully doing the needful, and area is still very much cold and calm. That was about 10 minutes ago. Yes. And for the Iji-Roko axis, a report of broken down Sino-truck tipper at Iji-Roko opposite Lafarge Cement Depot inward Elekpe, occupying 100% of the road. Tow truck has been contacted for evacuation, and counterflow has been applied inward Elekpe. Backlog extended toward Itamaga, but personnel as traffic managers on ground doing the needful managing the situation. All right. For the live camera update, I see that the areas that I can see on the screen right now, everywhere is free, cool, free and calm, both inward and outward, except for the Pensinema axis. That's by the Jubilee Bridge. Under the bridge, it's not like the road is not free, just that the road is being occupied, and about 50% of the road we have commercial mini buses as the Korokwe. Occupying 50% of the road. So that means if a big and long vehicle like the trucks wants to pass through that road, there will have to be some adjustment. On both sides of the road, we have Korokwe on one side, you have Kekenapep on the other side, and the traffic lights are really working really fine. So that's the update from the Pensinema there. There is also, Yano Woro bus stop, in and out is free. That's ascending and descending from the 3rd mainland bridge. You have it free in and out there. The Bagada axis also by Sunday Ogunyade is free in and out. The Latif Jack on the road, Mobi filling station is also free in and out, except for the traffic alternation where you have traffic light delaying some vehicles, which of course you know what that means. If the light turns red, you stop and wait for your turn. If it turns green, you go. If it doesn't turn green, don't go. Okay? Do not inconvenience other road users. All right, the Lagos Ibadan Expressway by Ile-Zik bus stop is also free now. Really, really free. I can see that. The Ojota interchange also good to go in and out. It's free. But the Ojota bypass, that's from your Oregun linking Ojota, and of course of the commercial buses activities, we'll have it slow there. But on the express, on the highway is free. On the highway, it is free in and out. All right, Ijai Road Ogba is also free. Really good. That's the updates from there. All right, moving from there now back to sports. Let's see what we have in tennis. We're talking about Paris Masters this morning. We're talking about Alex Zverev. We're talking about
Stefanos Tsitsipas,
Olga Rune,
Alex de Minaur.
Karen Kachanov.
True. Then in the women category as well.
The women's category, we talked about this.
Swiatek,
Iga Swiatek and Sabalenka. Now let's talk about these two, Sabalenka and Iga Swiatek.
Yeah.
Swiatek does not pray that Sabalenka finish at the top of the rankings for the 2024 season calendar year.
Unfortunately, she has the world number one at the moment. The good thing going into the ATP finals, right there, or the WTA finals
for them.
In Saudi Arabia, is that they've had the same number of wins, 54 each. Although losses is just 2 for Iga Swiatek, 12 for Sabalenka Bělkos. We both have 54 wins. That means I've only played more games than you. I haven't said that as well. Another interesting part in all of this is that it's an event that will determine where the pendulum will swing at the end of the day. And these two will never be on the same side of the draw. So they are likely, if they are going, their path is probably going to cross it sometimes in the final. So if you are looking out for the best of the best events, you probably have to wait till the final when you see this 1 and 2 play. Depending on what the likes of Coco Gauff are going to throw in, what's the name now? Sabalenka, Rybakina is also going to throw in as well at the end of the day. But all in all, it looks like the event is like playing the World Cup and then you get to see Brazil and Argentina playing in the final. It's like or seeing Portugal and Argentina in the final, seeing Lionel Messi on one side, Cristiano Ronaldo on the other side. So if not for anything, Messi and Ronaldo must show up because of their pride. And I think this is what is going to happen in this case by the time you get to the WTA finals in Saudi Arabia. I haven't said all of this. Like I said earlier, I think the fact that the dip in form of Iga Swiatek at this point in time may not be able to help her, even though she's trying to bounce back. That cannot be said of a certain Sabalenka, who I think chose the best time. You understand, like the best time to start rising and then start flying. And at this point in time, the quality is not dwindling. It's just from one strength to another. And I think that would be a very big part in this place. The fact that she was not in every way at the Asian Tour as well also gave her an advantage to rest very well for the major events. It's not major, but it's still major. It's 1,000 for crying out loud. So at the end of the day, I think Sabalenka will scale through. Iga Swiatek will give a fight. Still Sabalenka title to lose.
Still Sabalenka title. We'll move on from there now to the NBA. NBA season is back after a few games. And we'll see that we have some teams doing well from the start and some are having mixed results. But let's talk about LA Lakers. The
father and son.
Yes. At least one sportsman has been able to achieve this father and son dream. We're waiting for Cristiano Ronaldo and his son. I guess one of the reasons he has refused to retire.
Yes, he's retire. I feel that way.
Wants to play alongside his son. Other players have not been able to achieve that in football. Zinedine Zidane couldn't do it. Thuram has 2 sons in Syria.
One in Juventus and one in Inter.
He couldn't play with any of them. I'm sure Vieira has sons too.
Yeah.
I know David Beckham also tried to. He really did.
Yeah.
But it would have been nice if it wasn't the owner.
Marcelo is trying to do the same. But Marcelo now, I think he stopped playing. I think he played for Fluminense the last time on Grêmio.
But
NBA, I think it's been a slow start with some interesting numbers. For the likes of Steph Curry, he's been injury here and there. I understand most of the time Steph Curry seems to have this quiet start to this season. And then when you are getting to get into game like game 20, game 15, then it begins to show up and then the number of 3 points will blow your mind away. LeBron on the other hand is enjoying the father and son moment, and the good thing is that they are doing so well with it. So, but my fear in all of this is, what if LeBron gets injured at some point and then the only James we have on the pitch is probably the other one? The Brownie on the court. So the expectation may now be like, oh, for quite a long time your father has been the shield. Now you have to live up to the responsibility.
But he has scored his first point for Lakers.
Everyone will score. Everyone will. If I'm playing with LeBron, I will score 4 points. What's wrong with you? It's LeBron you are playing with, for crying out loud. So he doesn't have to be my father.
The funny thing, LeBron was on the bench.
See, he doesn't.
I don't think he was even expected to play in that game.
He doesn't. LeBron doesn't have to be my father. I will score if LeBron is on the court. You understand?
No, that's
inspiration is enough. You understand now? So, and I just feel that at some point when LeBron is not on the scene, like is nowhere close to the court. When I mean close to the court, is not donning the jersey. He may be there to give moral support, but he's not playing 1 or 2 games, and then we are like, oh, Brownie, now it's time for you to prove yourself now that your daddy is at some point retiring.
You have the prince.
You have the prince.
LeBron is king.
So let the prince now behave like the prince. Unfortunately, I don't think he will be able to live up to that. There's a question concerning him because when the draft was being done, in terms of who to pick, it is number 50. So Lakers just go from leaving the top 10 and then went to 50th person, which is obvious. Your father is in Lakers. Don't worry, even if you are not as good as the worst guy in the top 10.
It was actually a monster for the college basketball. It was a monster. It was a constant,
no.
highest scoring
don't do this.
basketball player.
Don't do this.
No, that's a fact.
So when you are doing your draft, hold on. When you are doing your draft, and when the draft is being done, it's been done on the best player in the whole of the collegiate basketball. You understand? And in terms of ranking, it's not in the top 20.
So for players who are not even playing in the US.
Yes. So it's not in the top 20. It may be good, but it's not in the top 20. So and Lakers on a good day, we will not leave someone in the top 20 to go and pick someone in the top 50, even though he's good. Abba, you understand what I'm saying? So in this case, it was a case of, don't worry, we know you are good. Even though you are not as good as the top 10, top 20, we will choose you because of your father's prestige. And I think the reason LeBron is also still in Lakers till now is because he wants to play with his son.
That will not come back to haunt Donnie?
I don't think so. You know why? Because they are big boys already. They are just like, let's have you on the wings. At some point you will leave.
Because that money LA go dey pay am. Na money they go dey pay am.
Which money they won't pay Brown in a way they no get. Abba, you know if you collect 1/4 of him papa money.
No, of course.
So that's
maybe 2%, maybe 2%, or 1%.
I who knows? Maybe the deal is just wear jersey, we no go pay.
Just wear jersey. We'll be taking out of your pop's money. Anyways, well, it's just one of the things. At least he's enjoying the perks of being the son of a legend in the game, a legend already. The highest scoring ever in the NBA.
Dre, if I'm also LeBron's son, I would love to play for Lakers.
Close cousin.
I go play for Lakers too. If not me,
now Lakers.
Lakers I go play for.
Not LA, Lagos Lakers. No. It's Los Angeles Lakers.
You said it.
We'll move on from then to the Nigeria Premier Football League, and of course, after which we will be jumping to foreign football. Welcome back to the show. MPFL Match Day 10 this weekend. We have Academy Warriors and Katsina United coming up. All these matches come up tomorrow. So we have Bayelsa and Enyimba also playing tomorrow. Aqua United versus Kwara United. Kano Pillars and Plateau United. Sunshine Stars and Bendel Insurance. Abia Warriors versus Heartland Football Club. There's Ramo Stars and Lobby Stars coming up also tomorrow. Enugu Rangers versus Nasarawa United. Ikorodu City versus Rivers United. And then there is Niger Tornadoes and Shooting Stars. Jimmy, pick your top 3 matches of this.
Whoa, top 3 matches. I think I'll start with the Oriental Derby because it's the Southeast Derby. And it's most of the time you see the fight, the drive, and a bit of contention when this game is being played. So I'll go for the Oriental Derby between Abia Warriors and Heartland. And also when you consider the fact that Amakasi just had his first win since he became the manager of the side of Heartland. These are the kind of games you want to use to build momentum and at the same time for pride as
fans, the confidence.
Yes, so games like this give you pride and all of that. Another game I'll be looking out for is the game in Plateau. Plateau United had about 3 of their players.
I think it's away at Kano.
Away in Kano, yes, against Kano Pillars. So Plateau United had 3 of their players, or 4 now, with the Chan team in preparation for the qualifiers against Ghana. And on Friday, yes, they returned back to their base. So I want to see how these players manage this, which is good by the NFF. Very good initiative. Get the players from their club side, bring them in by weekend, return them back to their club side. So
it's good, really.
Very good. It's making them have the feel of the national team. And this you will never get from the international players.
When they come back to their club side, they improve their game.
Yes. And this advantage you won't get with international players because, no club will release their player for you in the midweek in Europe and bring them back over the weekend for the league game. So I think I love that. And I want to see how these guys
now, administrative-wise, we are improving.
Yeah, we are, I must say. And then the same thing to Remo Stars as well. But the fact that it's Kano Pillars and Plateau United, another North Derby, Northern Derby rather, is always going to be an interesting one. I would love to see this guy again, Ahmed Musa, after his complaint in the midweek of the officiation, and then it was fined 2 million naira and all of that. So,
you know, now.
The guy get money now.
And so?
Then if you find along look you, then if you give him that time when they
Guy na philanthropist though.
Well, you don't bring the game to disrepute, irrespective of.
I know it's emotion. We see Cristiano Ronaldo do
and
worse.
We've seen him get fined for it.
I know.
Yeah.
But
So I mean, you also
like okay. Let me put this out there. This is not me advocating for any player to.
To disrepute the league.
So yes, no disrespect to anybody, official or even the fans. Yes, I'm just saying. It's just okay.
So at the end of the day, basically, I would love to see that game as well. Another game now. I'm trying to see. Where is Ikorodu City playing? I think they're playing at home this time.
Play at home, yeah.
Yes,
against Rivers.
Against Rivers United, interesting game. I would love to see what Finidi will bring to Lagos. Rivers at the table at the league toppers. Not Ikorodu City, after that good run of games, I think 3 on the stretch now, undefeated, had a clog in the wheel, and now they would like to resuscitate themselves, but not the best of game to resuscitate. The table leader, the table toppers in Lagos, you get the best officiation. So I don't think that we have any advantage, even talking about Ikorodu City now. But hey, the Lagosians will shout them down at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena.
All right, we'll go straight to foreign football now. We have big games coming up this weekend. And we cannot wait for the first match to kick off today in the Premier League. It's Arsenal and Newcastle. We'll not start with that when we come back. Big test, if you ask me. It's one of the biggest tests that a new manager or an interim, so to say, at least now after mentioning interim, you know who I want to talk about. A big test for him. Manchester United and Chelsea. Ruud van Nistelrooy. I mean, good outing in the Carabao Cup round of 16, beating Leicester 5-2.
Okay,
it was an easy outing for them.
First, let me say this.
At least the confidence. I mean, the way that the players approached the game was much different, and they got a better result.
True.
But against Chelsea
so
now.
Let me just say this.
Chelsea.
Let me say this about Van Nistelrooy.
Enzo will not go and be doing parties. You will beat them.
Let me say this about Van Nistelrooy. I don't envy him. He got a job with Burnley, and he decided to stay with Erik ten Hag. Now Ten Hag has left. He's sacked rather. Amorim is coming in, and is coming in with his backroom staff, which means no space for Van Nistelrooy.
He has even made a wish to still be at Man U, even under new manager. Which I said to myself,
so at this point, he's in a no man's land, and so coming into the game against Chelsea, he has nothing to lose. It's like, if I win this one, nobody say I go be the coach. I lose this game, nobody say they go give me anything for this job in the first. Nobody say they go fire me like I'm close to the exit door already. So Nistelrooy, there is no test, there is no issue for him. I think the players are the
ones. I'm sure he want to leave a lasting.
He has done that in the Carabao Cup now.
This is on Premier League we are talking about.
See. So let me tell you this: Manchester United winning this game does not equate to them making the top 4.
Let's take this call from Michael Ikeja. Hello, Michael. Michael.
Hello, good afternoon.
Please put down the volume of your radio so that we can hear you very well.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I just want to find out if the Super Eagles are qualified for the Nations Cup.
We believe so, but they still have to play some games. I believe so. I believe we have qualified because of the points that we have.
A draw or a win in our next game will guarantee us some qualification.
You heard that, Mike?
Okay.
Yes, a draw, a win in our next game guarantees us qualification. I mean, we've been given 3 points and 3 goals already.
Yeah, that gives us 10 points. Nobody can catch us with that,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Mike, for the call.
Closest to us is on 4 points. So, I mean, and we have this.
And we can't lose all the remaining matches now.
So
we
don't qualify already.
Okay, you were saying. Let's move to Manchester United now. And to Amorim. Will Amorim be able to save Man U's season?
Okay, so the best he can do is probably to give them another Erik ten Hag standard this season, win a cup, and then have a fresh start next season. The man said he would have loved to come at the end of this season, but Manchester United management feels it's the best time for us to have
in Europe, though.
Maybe Conference League.
Still in Carabao. FA has not. FA Cup has not
they're
started.
in Europa League, not Conference League. Chelsea is in the Conference League.
Okay.
United
are Europa.
by the virtue of their Europa League. Sorry, FA Cup.
FA Cup. Yes.
So here is the thing. I think the standard that we also do is to probably win the Carabao Cup, make it to the top 8 at the end of the day, qualify for
Defending
one.
champions still did, yeah.
Yes, defending champion. And do you see Liverpool celebrating the Carabao Cup? Liverpool not celebrating the Carabao Cup.
Under new manager.
See, and what Ancelotti just needs to do is to keep it up at this level. Liverpool is not looking at that Carabao Cup thing. It's Manchester United now.
Now
I
you
just need
talk
to
am
win
what?
something.
Slot no talk am. Now you talk am.
Slot is okay when making the top 4, at least for his first season.
Well, winning the Premier League, what are you talking about?
Swan is doing very well. So why will I be deceiving myself? Because it's for baby now. That's why Arsenal is still there.
Okay, Arsenal and Newcastle. Both of them had good outings.
Here is the thing about the game.
Cup.
I think Arsenal can win the game. However, if we end up adding to their injury list. Why? Because Newcastle is a very physical team, and then Arsenal are struggling fitness-wise. So they will play 1-0, maybe another Gabriel Mangali's kind of injury like they did against Liverpool.
All right, there is Chelsea coming up, and Manchester United in the Premier League tomorrow.
Then Tottenham must play against Aston Villa, another interesting game to look out for.
Super Sunday clash.
Super Sunday clash as well. I will pitch my tents towards Tottenham Hotspur. Why? Because they defeated Manchester City in the midweek.
All right, moving on from there now to the Spanish La Liga
Barcelona
Catalan derby.
Espanyol. Like you said, I don't think it's a derby to me. I think Barcelona have played their biggest derby. Once they defeated Real Madrid in that manner. I was rooting for Real Madrid, but Real Madrid for my hand.
I remember you rooted for them.
I rooted for them, and they
I'm
fought
supposed
my
to
hand.
rub it in your face, but
I shouldn't have. I was looking at the face of Olami when I was making this prediction. She was the reason why I said Real Madrid will win. So I don't want to look at her face this time. Barcelona will win this one.
Okay, is Olami a Madrid fan?
She was the one saying to my ears, Madrid all the way. She said to my ears, so now she was
because you can't miss your shot.
Anyways,
in the Bundesliga, Borussia Dortmund
RB Leipzig.
RB Leipzig.
But
Dortmund,
I think, are having the worst season ever in their history. And I think this is not the best time to play Leipzig. Although Leipzig themselves have been huffing and puffing all season long. But hey, at the Signal Iduna Park, they should do enough to get a draw.
PSG RC Lens.
That's not a game now. PSG all the way. The biggest game in Italian Serie A will probably be a Napoli against Atalanta. High-scoring
tomorrow.
Game. High-scoring game. I would love to see what Conte will do against one of the best attacking team in Italy. I mean, Gianpiero Gasparini's side. At the end of the day, Lukman to score, Napoli to win.
Lukman to score hat-trick.
I don't care.
Napoli to lose. It's Napoli to lose. It's not. What are you talking about?
It's true, Napoli to lose. It's true,
Finally, Ballon d'Or. You think it was a worthy?
I don't know. I felt people were saying it's a daylight robbery and those kind of things. I mean,
no offense, Rodri is a fantastic player, had a good season.
So what's the issue with everyone? I think the fact that Rodri is not a dribbler, is not a scorer, is the reason why we are having this debate. He is the master in his department.
To get ourselves used to, accustomed
all
to.
All through last season, he is the best in his department. Just the same way Kante was the best in his department. Unfortunately, he
doesn't score. He scores in important goals. He scores important goals. It's not like he doesn't score at all.
Even apart from important goals, how do you explain playing all games and then losing just one? Both for national team and for club side, that was fantastic. Although because we are a group of people who love to see goals and all of that.
But we are also used to having, seeing players win Ballon d'Or and FIFA best that are proven goal scorers, regular goal scorers. What was the last time we had a non-goal scorer? It's been long now. Cannavaro, 2006, Colony of 5. So I think it was 2010.
Yes,
I can't even remember.
No, it was 2006 now.
2006. Yes, now, after the FIFA World Cup against France.
And I think Virgil van Dijk as well.
European. I think European. European best.
So at the end of the day, for me, I just feel it's because our emphasis have been based on the attacking players, and which is unfair as a midfielder. Who says a goalkeeper cannot win the best player in the world? Since he's the best in his department and his performance was vintage, so he deserves it. Although Vinicius was highly entertaining.
All right, this is where we say thank you for being a part of the show, but we have to give shout out to companies.
Yes, I already gave shout out to one already. Allow me, I will never listen to you when I'm making prediction again. Bello Miriam, thank you for coming through, and for the in-house LASMA personality we have in Margaret. Thank you for always standing out.
Also, special thanks to the social media. Alfred John, thank you for holding it down, putting us right there at the center of the world. My name is Dare Johnson. Thanks to Olujimi Dare-Ogun. We'll be back this evening for Spotland